Hi, folks. Potentially, this is the biggest news of the week. Oil is certainly breaking down from the charts. It seems like that. There is still about half a day to go before the oil markets will rest for the week. But right now, it looks like the deal is done. Iran state media has confirmed that a US-Iran deal has been put into place. Whether that is a final confirmation or not, we will perhaps know by the end of the day. Uh, US has been talking about uh, being close to finalizing the deal since many days, and Iran has also confirmed the same. Um, so, giving benefit of the doubt from both sides, it seems like the deal is done finally this time. The deal requires US to get out of that region and for sanctions to be lifted on Iran. Um, and oil is responding to that news. So, oil breaking down resulted in Nifty and stock markets rejoicing. Gold perked up, uh, Indian rupee strengthened. So everything that we wanted to be done last many weeks started off on this news. We can only keep our fingers crossed that this is the final news on this front. At least we have many other battles to fight, but at least this we're done now. Let's deep dive into the charts. Friday of 12th of June, end of the week. Good news at the end of the week. Uh, Disclaimer as always, please read fully and then move forward in the video. Here you can see first conclusive sort of meaningful move has started on the Nifty, up 2%, although it is not too much. Yet, you know, of the last 2 months, there were hardly any days which were like this, even with the false starts that we had. Only this was the biggest move, which basically could have been replicated here. Perhaps on Monday, if there is all confirmation, perhaps we will see 24,000 and above on Monday itself. So short term momentum trend has turned positive on Nifty. The other indices all green, doing better than Nifty, 2.4, 2.3%, 2.6%, 2.97%. Banks actually gaining the most. Financials, which were fearing a lot of interest rate hikes, are suddenly going to be very relieved as the pressure on the rupee and the pressure on the system goes down. Also, the currency is responding. We were well below 95 rupees today on the US dollar. Gold has also responded. Gold is up at 14838, although it's a long journey for gold to go up. I don't think any bull rally will start before it takes out this 16800 level right here. So maybe more consolidation may be required here. Crude oil, we've already mentioned, going down 2.5%, 3% on this. Nifty heat map is where you will see that everything, pretty much everything in banking and finance was up, and many other sectors were up. Infrastructure was up. Uh, you have Reliance move up smartly. You had some auto companies do really well. Tata Motors, Maruti in particular. Some sell off in Nestle, ONGC, Coal India, SBI Life, um, and IT companies were flat to mildly positive today. So there is a SpaceX uh, IPO that is going to be launched in the US. It's a huge IPO. I'll talk more about that later, but that will have some rub-off effect on the IT stocks, I hopefully. Nifty next 50 heat map completely green. You can see the finance stocks, Chola Finance, Muthoot Finance do really, really well. As soon as interest rates, stability is seen, the lending companies get into action the first. Even real estate was running very hard with DLF gaining to 4.2%. And even the oil marketing companies, IOC, BPCL, are doing quite well. Mover of the day segment belongs to IFCI, 20% higher. IFCI holds a significant part of the NSE shareholding, and NSE IPO is around the corner. Maybe that is the reason why it is seeing some very large moves recently. MTAR Tech also gaining uh, 13.5% after a big crash yesterday, and over 13.5% today. The stock has really gone from nearly 3,000 to 8,000 levels within no time. Sectoral trends, all sectors were doing very well today. Real estate, the best at 3.5, capital markets 3.5, tourism 3.2, financial services 3%, Nifty Bank 3%. The only two, or I would say three that didn't really do anything were the central PSEs, Nifty IT, and Nifty Pharma at 0.3%. Rest of the market was quite rejoicing over this potential news. Brigade, Prestige, Godrej, Sobha, and DLF lifted the real estate. Very key to see is that this gap of April has not been filled. And if there was any significant weakness in this sector, it would have come and filled this gap. So perhaps there are better days ahead for real estate as well. US markets previous session, we have Nasdaq 100 top gainers at SanDisk 14%, Lam Research, Micron Technology, ARM Holdings, Applied Materials. Phenomenal kind of moves are happening in the US markets. 3.2% up on Nasdaq, just one session. 1.7 and 1.8% up on S&P 500 and Dow Jones, and 3% up on Russell. So US market is in a complete different stratosphere. And with SpaceX IPO launching, uh, who knows what happens next. This is the Nasdaq 100 heat map. Again, you can see the uh, the corner where we have ABGO, MU, AMD, ASML, Intel, all the chip companies, ARM, Qualcomm have done really well. You have some losses in Microsoft, but Tesla gaining 4.6%, LRCX at 12%, AMAT at 11%. Very big moves happening in the Nasdaq 100 market ahead of this SpaceX IPO. And this is the basically the contours of the SpaceX IPO. The listing is expected Friday night, that is tonight. It is expected that it will list anywhere between 2.0 to 2.4 trillion dollars. That is the kind of market cap this is likely to have. That's almost like half of India's market cap. But the very key part here is that besides the huge market cap, the float is only $75 billion. I mean, $75 billion is not small, but compared to the market cap, it is less than 5%. So it's like scarcity of stock right now, and every big institution, every big fund, every big investor will want to have some stake in this. So by limiting the free float, basically Elon Musk has been able to price it so high. Once it does stabilize, that will be the real test of whether this will stand the test of the valuation or not. Um, do remember that there are significant number of IPOs lined up, whether it is OpenAI, whether it is Anthropic. So a lot of uh, liquidity is going to get sucked in by these IPOs from the market. But if the free float is going to be reasonably small, then perhaps that won't make that much of a difference. Today is Friday, so we will do round number 92 for the Ask Weekend Investing round. We will try to answer all your queries that you've raised to us, and Winvest team will also join and do their Q&A in the second half of that video. So do watch that other video. Do like and share this video. If you like our content, do subscribe to our channel if you're a regular viewer, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.